Good evening, everybody. Welcome again to 14 Eagles Screen Share Webinar. My name is Greg Phillips. I'll be your host. We hope you guys had a very, very productive week. A lot of amazing things are going on around the world, and 14 Eagles is right in the heart of it. And so again, this may sound like a broken record, but let your friends and family come here, listen for themselves. Let us do the heavy lifting for them. We'll answer their questions. We'll get them involved in the program if this is for them. All right, fortunately, it's probably the best gifting platform that you can probably get yourself involved with. It costs, literally pennies to get involved. So come join us. Bring your friends and family. Let them see what we have to offer, and let them decide for themselves. Brian, back to you.
All right, fantastic. And again, thank you everyone that was able to show up tonight. You could be anywhere else tonight, but you chose to be here, and we really, really appreciate that. As always, we like to start off with the platform, the state of affairs with the platform. Things are going great, very smooth. People are getting the hang of the new process that we've just implemented a few months ago. And we're very, very proud of that. We want to make sure that everybody keeps going the way that they're doing it. It helps facilitate everything a little bit better when people don't have to go in their back office and confirm that they received their gifts. So it's been a really big help doing it this way. We haven't had any major hiccups or any glitches in the system as of yet, so we're keeping our fingers crossed on that. Okay, so with that being said, this is fantastic. Here at 14 Eagles, we always like to go over the concept of why we're here. A lot of people get confused about 14 Eagles thinking that, we're just primarily a gifting platform. But we're more than just a gifting platform. And so that's what we try to get across to people within our presentations is that, it's more than just sending gifts to one another and helping each other monetarily. And so we like to give you the whole gambit, as we can in a short period of time, to let you know the whole concept of why 14 Eagles is really here. And one of the first ways to get that done is we encourage you to go to our 14 Eagles community website located at www.14eaglesden.com. And on the home page, we encourage you to scroll down to where you see the welcome. Okay, right down here at the welcome. And on the welcome, we really encourage you to read this welcome. This welcome right here will give you a good perspective of what 14 Eagles is truly all about. It's not very long at all. It's a very short read, but I think it's very precise in where 14 Eagles is trying to go. And the mindset that we want people to be in when they come to 14 Eagles. Because we feel like 14 Eagles is more of a community than anything else. We're a virtual community, a community in the virtual world, online community. Right? And the things that we do here in this virtual world, we feel that all the benefits that we get from technology and being in the virtual world, then that affords us the ability to be able to garner the things that we need to get and then take that to the outside world in our communities and in our neighborhoods and affect change. All right? So this is what we're trying to get across. And so we hope that everyone can get that concept, get into the right mindset of what we're trying to do here at 14 Eagles, and then share that with other people as well. Because without the community, there is no 14 Eagles. There is no gifting platform. There is no giving to anyone. Okay? And so the community is everything. And you'll hear us say that a lot as we go through this process. And you'll find out just how key the community is, even your own community, the community that you build on your own with you and your friends and families, that you get involved and you start to build your own community. You'll see that you can't go anywhere without your community. All right? There's nowhere that you can attain without the help of others, okay, and without each other working with each other. So I hope you can understand that concept in some ways. Now, the other thing that we encourage you to do is right below the welcome, we have what is called our video row. On our video row, we have a series of videos here, and we encourage you to watch these videos. The reason why is we believe these videos will put you in the right frame of mind to be able to help build the community. You have to change your mindset. Dealing in the real world, as they say, we're bombarded with negative things all the time. Our minds are bombarded, our bodies are bombarded with all kinds of germs and chemicals and processed foods and all kinds of stuff. And our bodies and our minds are stressed on a consistent basis. And so the first thing that we have to do is we have to change our mindset, because as we change our mindset, so we change our actions. And as we change our actions, then our minds and bodies start to grow in the right way. And we feel that these videos will help get you kick-started in that direction, okay, on how to get your mind to change, how to get your mind to expand, how to expand your conscious thinking and your conscious awareness of what's going on around you, okay? And so we really encourage you to watch these videos, and not just watch them, but take the information from the videos and go and research for yourself, because we feel that the more you research, the more you'll learn, okay? One thing takes you into another to where it becomes a revolving and evolving process. And then that way, you'll learn something that you can come back and share with the community as well. And that's what it's all about. Each one teach one. We're here to help each other. We're here to teach each other. And we're here to help each other grow and expand, physically and mentally and spiritually. Okay? I hope that makes sense. And then we also encourage you, if you don't do anything else, join our newsletter. Get into our email database, whether you get involved with the gifting process or not. Get involved with our email database on our newsletter so you can receive our email updates that we send out on a weekly basis. The reason why I'm saying that is because we have a video of the week that goes out every single week. And that video of the week has a wealth of information in it that most people don't get elsewhere, especially from the TV, your mainstream media, okay? And so we encourage you to get that, because when you get this information that's being put out, as I said before, we don't want you to just look at it. We don't want you to just read it. We want you to go and study it. We want you to go and research it, okay? Because that's what's going to make us much better. We're not this mindless drones going around every day just going through motions, okay? We want people that's going to expand their minds and start to think for themselves, not wait for somebody else to tell them what to do. All right? This is what a community really is. All right, so each person within the community becomes a leader within the community. All right, and so that's what makes everything grow. That's what makes everything evolve and expand, because we're all leaders in that way, and we all are followers. We're all leaders and followers. You can't be a leader without being a follower first. So therefore, when you learn from each other, now you can lead and teach others as well, okay? And that's how the community begins to grow. Powerful, powerful stuff. So we really encourage you, if you don't do anything else, get the newsletter so you can be on our email database and receive the information that we put out on a weekly basis. At least it'll keep you up to date about what's going on with 14 Eagles, and also expand your mind and your thinking with the videos of the week. All right. So now, if you come to our menu on the community website, we have a tab that says 14 Eagles Video. Okay. We want you to go there. Why? Because, see, you don't have to know anything about the platform. You don't have to know how to explain it to people. All you have to do is watch the video. Let the video do all the work for you. The video will explain everything that you need to know about how the gifting process works, okay? And so that's what we want to show you right now, how the gifting process works. Let's watch this. No, but before we get into that, the one thing that really makes the gifting process work is you being able to connect with people. Because you understand, we can't grow this community without connecting with others. Okay? We can't grow and expand in our thinking and our camaraderie without being able to connect with others, okay, with like-minded individuals, okay? It just won't happen. We'll just be here by ourselves. So we have to learn how to connect. So the question is, are you a connector? Do you want to be a connector? And that's one of the main things. So this is a video that we always like to share in the show because it really puts it in perspective. Watch this.
Do you remember the moment you realized that the world had changed? Let me tell you a quick little story that has nothing and everything to do with the future of our world and how you fit into it. In 1917, the United States faced a huge problem. They were working hard to compete in the industrialized economy, and there was a shortage. Not a shortage of oil or coal or other natural resources, a shortage of people, specifically obedient factory workers. The solution to this economic dilemma? It was an experiment of sorts. It hadn't been done before, until someone thought of it. Mandatory public school. Unfortunately, the initial purpose of the United States public school system was not to inspire children or generate scholars. And it wasn't created for dreamers, people who color outside the lines, break the rules, and challenge the status quo. The public school system of the early 1900s was invented to create a nation full of adults who would obediently do their jobs in the factory assembly lines. Teaching kids to sit in straight rows and scheduling the entire day with the ringing of bells wasn't by chance. Punishing those who didn't conform was purposeful. These were the skills they would need to join the labor force. Intentional or not, this early method of turning dreamers into workers was an investment in the nation's economic future. And it worked. This then led to several generations of productive, fully employed workers. But it isn't working anymore. Why? Our economy has changed. We don't live in an industrialized economy anymore. We live in a connected economy. Right now, there are more users on Facebook than there were people on the planet 200 years ago. Technology has made it possible for us to connect with people, ideas, and information from anywhere in the world instantaneously. And as a result, our economies have expanded from localized towns and communities to the entire world. We have globalized trade in nearly every way. In the past, the obedient, do-what-you're-told without question people were rewarded for working hard and putting their dreams aside in order to toe the line. They were given well-paying jobs that led to long-term careers. They were guaranteed pensions, benefits, and the promise that they would always be taken care of. And they were. But that promise is gone for most of us today. Even if you have a white-collar job, the majority of white-collar workers are still working in a factory. Instead of operating a sewing machine or welding a widget, they now push pencils, type on keyboards, or process paperwork. It's still factory work because the entire focus of the day is spent on increasing productivity, which leaves little room for creativity, spontaneity, or individuality. The educated, hard-working masses are still doing what they're told, but they're no longer getting what they deserve. Even if you do everything you are told to do today, graduate from high school, go to college, get a degree, work hard in whatever job you can find, if you're lucky enough to find one, you're not guaranteed anything. Companies are being forced to change or die right now. Layoffs happen much more often than job openings appear, and the highest paying jobs are disappearing or heading overseas at an alarming rate. If you have a job where your boss tells you exactly what to do, he or she will always find someone cheaper than you to do it. Did you know that the average length of a job today is about 4.5 years? Contrast that to the 1960s when it was 40 years. The connected economy rewards a different group of people. It rewards the people who see things differently, who don't conform, people who have ideas that no one else has, people who are willing to work hard but know that the old way of doing things is broken. The connected economy rewards you not for being a cog in the wheel of life, but for standing up and reaching out. The connected economy rewards the connectors. Whether it's connecting a person to a person, a business to a business to a product, or a product to a person, those who learn how to connect are the ones who will survive and excel in the connected economy. That is how the world has changed. It's not about to change. It already has. Things are different now, and they're not going back to the way they used to be. Look at Facebook. What's their product? It's you. Your network, your information, your ideas, they all have value. Does Facebook pay you for the money they make selling your information to advertisers? No. But we still use it because we have an innate desire to connect with people. In fact, neuroscientists have found that we are actually hardwired to connect with each other. Some people know how to leverage this innate ability in today's economy, but most don't. And because they don't know how to do it, most of them are paralyzed with fear, resisting the shift, despite clear indications telling them it's time to change. In 1917, a group of people performed an experiment that forever changed the way that we earned a living. The world today is facing another huge problem. We're facing a shortage of our own. Not a shortage of factory workers or consumers. The world has enough of those. We have a shortage today of dreamers and connectors. And so, we're holding our own little experiment. And you happen to be the subject of it. This 8-minute presentation was specifically designed to seek out and find the connectors around us. Those who recognize that we are on the brink of the next economic revolution, who are ready to thrive in the connected economy, and who are searching for the best way to do it. The internet and technology are rapidly changing the way that we do everything today, including how we make a living. It's not too late to embrace the change and find a way to make yourself relevant and profitable in our brave new world. And that's why we've invited you here today. We've created something that rewards you for connecting. It pays you for bringing people together behind a cause, product, or idea. And we have systematized it and made it so that you can do it from anywhere with anyone at any time. If you are passionate about helping people, if you are passionate about changing lives, if you want to position yourself to be a capitalizing force within the connected revolution instead of just a bystander, let's start now. Do you remember the moment you realized that the world had changed? How about the moment you realized you could change with it? Are you ready for the details?
So, are you a connector? Are you a dreamer? See, these are the key things that's going to make the community grow, okay? You know, anybody can do a gifting platform, but can anybody build a community? You have to be in the right mindset. You have to be willing and able to want to do this, to build a community. And if you build a community and you connect with the right people, this gifting platform will take you to heights you'd never imagined before. Okay? So what we want you to do is you want you to come to the 14 Eagles community website, click on 14 Eagles video tab, and there you will see the video presentation of how the 14 Eagles platform works. Okay? This is where you'll get all the nuts and bolts of how the platform works and how we send and receive gifts. and how the whole process works. So here it is in a nutshell. Welcome to 14 Eagles. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to describe a program that provides like-minded people from all walks of life the opportunity to help one another. 14 Eagles is not a business. It's not a corporation. It's not a network marketing organization. Rather, it's a private, invitation-only, global community of people who believe in the principle that by helping others, in that process, we help ourselves. That's the premise of 14 Eagles. As we give, so shall we receive. 14 Eagles commonly uses a unique online gifting platform that allows members to come together for mutual interest, commitment, and prosperity. When we join 14 Eagles, we enter into the first step of that process. We're invited to freely send a $2 gift to each of 3 people whose names are presented to you for a total of $6. We now have the potential to receive up to 14 gifts of $2, totaling $28. Of that $28, we keep $7 as our harvest and hold on to $21 for step 2. In step 2, you're invited to freely send a $7 gift to each of 3 people whose names are presented to you for a total of $21. You now have the potential to receive up to 14 gifts of $7 totaling $98. You keep $8 as your harvest and add that to your previous harvest of $7 and hold on to $90 for step 3. Step 3, you're invited to send a $30 gift to each of 3 people whose names are presented to you for a total of $90. You now have the potential to receive up to 14 gifts of $30 totaling $420. You keep $120 as your harvest and add that to your previous harvest total and hold on to $300 for step 4. Now for step 4, you're invited to freely send a $100 gift to each of 3 people whose names are presented to you for a total of $300. You now have the potential to receive up to 14 gifts of $100 totaling $1,400, of which you keep $800 as your harvest. You can see how your harvest is growing. You hold on to $600 for step 5, where you're invited again to freely send a $200 gift to each of 3 people whose names presented to you for a total of $600. You now have the potential to receive up to 14 gifts of $200 totaling $2,800, of which you keep $2,050 as your harvest and hold on to $750 for step 6. Step 6, the final step, you're invited to freely send a $250 gift to each of the 3 people whose names that are presented to you for a total of $750. You now have the potential to receive up to 14 gifts of $250 totaling $3,500. You hold $750 for repeating step 6 and keep $2,750 as your harvest for a total harvest of $5,735 from a one-time initial gift of just $6. You can also send and receive additional gifts by re-entering and cycling through each step. For example, by re-entering step 1, where you send a $2 gift to 3 people, by cycling through that step, you have the potential to receive $22 in gifts over and over. Likewise, By recycling step 2, you have the potential to receive $77 in gifts over and over again. That principle applies to each step. By cycling through each step, you can receive $6,380 in gifts over and over, in addition to the $5,735 in gifts you receive through your initial progression through your 6 steps. One of the first questions we receive is, how do I position myself to send and receive these gifts? Well, I encourage you to contact the person who introduced you to 14 Eagles, and he or she, if they haven't already, will provide you with their website address, 14eagles.com/ and their username. In it, you will find an outline that will walk you through the process to becoming a 14 Eagles member. It's a very simple process that begins with registering for a Cash App account. Cash App is our payment processor, which allows us to seamlessly and in real time send and receive gifts. Once you have established and funded your Cash App account, you can join 14 Eagles by completing a very short template. Then send your gift to 3 people whose names are presented to you in your website, and introduce 14 Eagles to 2 people who do exactly what you just did. Register for a Cash App account, join 14 Eagles, give 3 people $2 each, and introduce the program to 2 like-minded people who do the same thing you just did. That's how you build your 14 Eagles nest. These are the people who follow you from step 1 through step 6. It all began with a very simple 4-step process. As I mentioned earlier, 14 Eagles is not a business. We're not selling anything. We're not asking anybody to change their behavior. We are merely presenting a program to our friends and family members that allows us to freely send a $2 gift to 3 people with the potential to be blessed to the tune of thousands of dollars each month. Thank you for your time, and again, I urge you to contact the person who introduced you to 14 Eagles. God bless. So there you have it. That's the platform in a nutshell. That is the process. Our gifting process is very simple, very straightforward. It's one of the easiest gifting platforms that is out there today. Okay, you don't have no risk of losing any money through the 14 Eagles gifting process. Why? Because we're only giving away money. This is no investment. There's nothing to buy. It's just giving money away. You're helping others within the process, which in turn helps you. Okay, that is the key. That is it. We don't try to make it any harder than that. We're trying to keep it as simple as possible. And so right up underneath the video are all the steps that it takes to get involved with the gifting platform. Everything is right here for you. Okay, verbatim. If you follow these steps, there's no way that you can mess up. Okay, but even if you don't, if you do get confused, get with the person that invited you. They can help walk you through this process. Very, very simple stuff. Be sure that you get onto our email updates through the newsletter, because we have an email that goes out every week in reference to this process. Okay, and they have a couple of videos in there that will show you and walk you through how to sign up and get ready for this process. Very, very simple stuff. Now, a lot of people start to wonder, well, okay, well, you know, I can't really make any money with just a $2 gift. You know, receiving $2 gifts, I just can't see it. Well, this is the reason why we have to change our mindset, because the money is not the key. okay? And you're gonna hear us say this all the time. The community is the key, not the money, okay? Because small amounts of money can turn into large amounts of money very quickly. But the only way that's going to happen, and I don't care if you have $10,000, $50,000, or whatever the amount is, if there's no one to give it to and no one to give it to you, then nothing happens, right? The energy comes from the people, not from the money. Does that make sense? So, just to put it in another perspective, I'm going to let Gondola tell you.
Reach their fortunes. In order to do this, I want you to pretend that I can grant you one wish from two choices. Choice one is this: I will give you $1 million. Or choice two is that you get 1 cent that doubles every day for 31 days. On top of that, you have to drive 1 hour north to meet a friend of mine named Vendela. She will double your cent and give you 2 cents, and then you have to drive all the way back home. Then on day 2, you take your 2 cents back to Vendela, and she doubles your 2 cents and gives you 4 cents, and then you drive back. Well, you do this every day for 31 days. Which would you choose? $1 million or 1 cent doubled every day? Well, as a factory worker, it wasn't even a contest. $1 million for me, please. Who wants to run around for pennies? Here is where we find out that ignorance is not bliss. If you have a calculator, you can follow along and check it out for yourself. In day 1, you have 1 cent. Day 2, you double it and you have 2 cents. Day 3, you double it, you get 4 cents. That doubles and becomes 8 cents, and by the 10th day, you'll have $5.12. How embarrassing if you took the penny a day. Let's look at the 11th day. $5.12 doubles and becomes $10.24, then it doubles and becomes $20.48, and then it doubles and becomes $40. And in the 20th day, that doubles and becomes $5,242.88. Well, it's still not looking too good if you chose the penny. But what happens in the 21st day? 5,000 doubles and becomes 10,000, 10 doubles and becomes 20, and on the 28th day, $671,000 doubles and becomes $1.3 million. But wait a minute, we didn't agree to 28 days. We agreed to 31 days. And so on the 29th day, 1.3 doubles becomes 2.6 million. And 30th day, 2.6 million becomes 5.3 million. And in the final day of our agreement, day 31, $5,368,709.12 doubles, which is $10,737,418.20. Now who's laughing all the way to the bank? This is what the smartest man in the world, Albert Einstein, said when he was asked what he thought was one of the most powerful things on earth. He said that the 8th wonder of the world was compound interest. And so here's how we can make compound interest work for you.
All right. So now, you see what can happen with the penny doubling every day. Okay? Perception is everything. Okay? Perception. See, a lot of times we have the wrong perceptions about things. We look at things the wrong way. All right? Just because it's a small amount doesn't mean that it's not significant. Given the right tools and the attitude and the energy put forth in it. You understand? See, so small numbers doesn't mean anything. It just means that it has a chance to grow. So understand, what if we, within the community, started to compound people? Then what would $2 look like? What would a $2 gift look like then? If the people started to compound within your community. See, it's all about perception. Powerful, powerful stuff. And then at the same time, not only are you receiving gifts because your community is growing, but now because of our other partners within 14 Eagles, where we deal with Dynamic Trio that deals with the platform called Fund Me 24/7, that shows you how to raise funds, whatever projects that you may have. We also have Feed Me 24/7 that helps feed people into the Fund Me 24/7 platform. Okay, we have cutting edge techno solutions, SETS for short, that's showing how to build communities from the ground up in the real world. They're doing that right now. These are companies that we're partnered with. Hyperverse, showing people about the blockchain industry and cryptocurrency, giving you a first top-notch education in that, And at the same time, you're earning while you're learning. Powerful, powerful stuff. So now just those $2 that you're receiving in gifts, and you're compounding the people within your virtual community, now you're starting to grow financially, exponentially, okay? All because of a $2 gift. See, it's all about perception. See, you know, our perceptions right now is very weak. You know, we look at things differently. Because why? Because in the real world, we have so much stress, so many things hitting us all at once, all types of pressures, you know, bad food, bad energy, everything. There's so many crazy things going on in the real world, right? Sometimes we got to take it to the virtual world. And in the virtual world, we can do whatever we want to do. Make sense? And if that's the case, then we can determine what our future is going to be, because we're in control in our virtual world, in our virtual community. Okay? So we need to take control, because, see, money is just an object. Okay? And that object is only there for us to use as a tool. And if we use that tool in the right way, then we'll never have to worry about money. See, our whole concept here is we're trying to help people get out of debt and eliminate poverty. And the only way that we can do that is to grow a community. Okay? Community is the key. See, here, we're trying to teach you, put yourself, you know, stop trying to chase money. Okay? Put yourself in a position where the money is chasing you. And when you do that, then you can manifest the monies that you need to do whatever you want to do. That's the key. So we're going to close out with this. You know, we got our #1 song on the charts that we put on the charts for the past few weeks. You know, we're going to try to get a Grammy Award for this song, because we feel this becomes the 14 Eagles anthem here. Because money is we already know money is going to come to us. Why? Because we have the community to get it done. That's the key. Okay? So, with that, I want to close out with bringing you the #1 song in the 14 Eagles community. And we're shooting for a Grammy.
Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me. Money is coming to me. I can just feel it, and I believe. Money keeps coming to me. It's coming to me now, and I'm not worried about how. Oh yeah, money is coming to me. Come on, come on, come on. The universe is working for me, and working. I can just feel it, and I believe it's working for me now, and I'm not worried about how. Oh yeah, money is coming to me. More than enough to live, more than enough to give, more than enough to share. Feel like it's already here. More than enough to shout, more than enough to drop, more than enough to save. Plenty left over to give away. Money is coming to me. I can just feel it, and I believe it's coming to me now, and I'm not worried about how. Oh yeah, money is coming to me. Come on, come on, come on. The universe is working for me, and working. I can just feel it, and I believe it's working for me now, and I'm not worried about how. Oh yeah, money is coming to me. Well, more than enough to live, more than enough to give, more than enough to share. enough to drive, more than enough to pay, with plenty left over to give away. One day it's coming to me. Just feel it, and I believe it's coming to me now. That I'm not worried about how. Oh yeah, money is coming to me. Come on, 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 come on. I believe it, money. Just feel it, and I believe it's coming to me now. That I'm not worried about how. Oh yeah, money is coming to me. Come on, 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 come on. I believe it, and I receive it. Come on, come on, come on. It's like it's already here. Come on, come on, come on.
Doesn't that just make you feel like money is coming? It's like it's right around the corner, right? You just get into that groove and bob your head, and you know money is coming. It's on its way. You know, see, money is just a tool. It's just a tool. That's all it is. Okay, and it's up to us to make it flow. Okay, it's up to us to make it work. It's up to the community to do with it what we need to do with it. So understand, I take $1 and put it on the table. It can't do anything until somebody picks it up and does something with it. So that's the key. So with that, I want to bring up our fearless leader. Greg, you open?
Yes. Can you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear, brother.
Great call, great call. Family, as you know, prices of oil and stuff is going up. It's getting a little bit crazy. This is the opportune time to show your friends 14 Eagles. That's really all I can say about that. This is the perfect time to let your friends see this. You know, like Brian says, we do these calls every Thursday night at 8:30. Just invite your friends to the call. Let them get their questions answered. We're here to do everything we possibly can to make this the platform that is for you, by you, and of you. That's what the 14 Eagles platform is really all about. You know, we have different tools that we can use to bring, other businesses together. This is the place to be. This is the time. This is the time and place to be here. So please bring your friends and family. Invite them, invite them, invite them. Brian, back to you.
All right. And again, as Greg said, we're here every Thursday night at 8:30. Bring your friends and family so they can see what 14 Eagles is all about. But also, we leave no stone unturned because we also record this too. So if you get on our newsletter, you will receive the recording of this call, of the Thursday night webinars, and you can send it to the people that couldn't make it on Thursday nights, okay? And they can see it at their leisure. And so we hope that they are able to see it. I hope if you're watching this video right now that you got something from it and it made sense to you and you understood the value of building a community, more importantly, a virtual community, because what we do in the virtual community and the benefits that we get from it, we could take it to the real world and really affect change. All right. We're here every Thursday. If you have any questions, feel free to send us an email at controltower@14eaglesden.com. All right. And we will get back with you. Also, if you want to call us on our member service number, you can call us at 301-684-1216. If someone doesn't answer, please leave a message because you'll be surprised when we call you right back and entertain whatever question or comment that you may have. We're here to help. We're here to make you grow. We're here to get the community to grow. That's what it's all about. So with that being said, I'd like to thank those of you that came tonight because you could have been anywhere else, but you chose to be here tonight. And we really, really appreciate that. We don't take that for granted. So with that being said, thank you for coming. We hope those of you that are watching the video, we hope that you can recognize and something resonated with you on this call and to make a move and come and join us. And we hope to see you soon. So with that, you have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week at Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And don't be shy. All right. Talk to you later. Peace.